forgot about that. But let's jump ahead. If you just joined us here on Team Fortress TV, you've missed all 3 maps. Like, Jesus, you're pretty late if you're only showing up now. Just take yourself to the side for a second and ask, what am I doing with my life? How did I miss all 3 maps? But you are here for the interviews in time. This is Admirable. We got Twiggy and we have Suyooo on camera. We're going to drag in some players. They're all here in our delightful Huey's Mumble. Knutsson says he wants to be involved in the interviews. Maybe we'll just try and drag everyone in. That'll be professional and work. Alright. First player in is Knutsson. Welcome. We're going to bring in Cadis.
Play TF2 for months.
Oh, sorry, Cadis.
Wow, we were having a big discussion. What are you doing?
Continue that discussion as I drag your entire team in to Mumble.
We were just saying a little prayer for Palmzilla. It's the first time he's been able to play TF2 without lag for about 4 months, and this is what he got.
We're going to bring everyone in. Absolutely everyone. They're still here.
Oh my god, the mess.
Fucking herpy.
Cadis, we've got to go to you first. We jumped into your team comms maybe at the best or worst moment there at the end when you were like, you were pretty browbeaten and towards the end of the process there you'd sort of given up, you'd let your head hang a bit, you were like, this always happens, the games descend into madness or something along those lines.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the series?
I don't know, like, it was kind of the same for me as last week. The first map was really focused, well, kind of focused and a lot of fun. And then as the hours kind of dragged on, like, everyone individually just kind of loses a bit of focus in these kind of games, at least for us. And by the end of it, it was just like playing like a pub basically, but with comms, because like people just did the stuff, you know, where they...
You had comms?
Like, you lose 3 guys on mid, and your combo is still on choke, but rather than just going out, they go in, because there's just 0 thought being put into it by this point. And that was kind of like, I don't know, from like halfway through Gully, that just kind of, yeah, took over. I don't know, was I raging or something? I had a few rages. Did you join when I was having a wine?
Didn't catch the rage. Sounded sad.
Well, I wasn't like full on raging, but it was just kind of like, yeah. It was fun at the start, but it just gets to be really draining.
And is that just because it is a mix, or are you going to credit the unlocks? Are they creating bad play?
I couldn't tell you if it was the unlocks because it's a mix, because I've never played without it being a mix. Maybe BK had more fun than me.
Let's ask them.
I think Knutsson had fun scratching his
What?
Like, twice you were scratching your nose. Twice you were scratching your nose at the wrong moment.
My nose was itching all the time. I told my team, I'm staying still now, I'm itching my nose. They were like, stop moving, healing me! I can't. But we had really fun, really. I had a lot of fun. I was screaming the whole fucking time. Oh, my neighbour is not gonna love me.
How seriously were you guys taking your preparation for this game? Like, we heard Herr P trying to troll, or maybe just giving a little insight there, saying that he was trying a lot of strategies in the week. You know, we were putting in a lot of preparation with the unlocks.
We practiced
4 or 5 loadouts prepared, and the babyface blaster just crushed every one of them, so just went with that for the last 2 maps. Like, there was nothing you could do against it if you played any other class than Scout.
Yeah, but we've been playing a week now without unlocks. We've been all on our Smurf account and just playing like Team 4 or something.
Yeah, sure.
So we took it really, really serious.
Professional gamers around here.
Yeah,
so did you experiment? Did you experiment with something else than what you showed tonight?
We tried everything, and this was the best setup.
What are your thoughts on the quick fix, Knutsson? Like, we even heard your comms on the first map, and you were timing your jumps with your soldier. You know, you're really trying to use all the features. Is it? Would it be your go-to medigun then, if it were allowed in 6s?
Yeah, we have to love this gun. This is the funniest gun ever. I have never had this fun in TF2 my whole life. So yeah, I was really happy with it. It's so cool. You can do so many cool tricks, but it's so OP though, because if I'm rocket jumping in with a fucking soldier, he's gonna be full HP for a long time. So that's kind of OP, but I enjoyed it so fucking much.
It was just fun, like, but I think if there was real consequences to the game, it would be not fun.
Remember Easy Island a few seasons ago?
No, yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like when I saw that you were about to play Gully, I was really excited to see what what it would look like, because we were splitted between thinking that maybe Mix-Up and Froyotech played like pussies because they had money on the line, or whether the unlocks were truly overpowered so that you had to run heavies. But in the end, you still managed to play really aggressive on Gilly Wash. So, do you think you would have slowed down? You would have means to slow down the game if like it was high stake games, or do you think you would still run this kind of aggressive playstyle because it's the best you can do without unlocks?
When you're using quick fix, you want to be aggressive all the time because you can rocket jump in with the fucking medic, so you can heal everyone when everyone is just smashing the combo. So that's why you need to be aggressive.
But think about this, man. You can also rocket jump out.
Yeah,
so
I
you can
know.
play really
Yeah,
defensive.
exactly.
You can just keep running away from people.
It's like
this
having
was
a
something we
roamer
didn't
that
do
is
enough.
really tanky, and that is like that strategy is going to be the beast. You know, the pocket rocket in, then 2 rockets on the enemy, and then rocket out again. Or like I don't know what the fucking scout gun is called when you run really fast. Because Sebasai sometimes pick me up, and we just run away and going flanking everything.
Or your first the back cap, or it was not even a back cap. You just ran into
last,
Badlands on last. You were so fast.
Yeah, and fucking we used the quick fix Uber, whatever it's called. I don't even know.
Yeah.
So healing fast. So that is OP as well. Everyone's gonna use that if quick fix is low. That is really hard to stop.
I think the quick fix is way less fun in serious games than you're imagining.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just the only thing I like with the quick fix was actually the game phase was actually faster. It was like when you're adding gunboats on the Roma, it felt like kind of like that. You can be more faster. Everyone needs to be more aggressive. It's not like you need the medic to heal up everyone because it's not gonna help that much because you can't buff people up. So it's more like just be fast with the medic, and the medic needs to be with the guy all the time and move around, be mobile, and heal people where they need.
It's like the ultimate like game-breaking unlock because you're forced pretty much to run it to mid if you actually want to contest mid, and then I don't know, you can't push with it properly.
To me, it felt like
against a proper team, like we weren't doing anything well. Like Admirable said, you can jump away with it. There was one moment where I was like watching both our soldiers with our medic from Defcam as you quick fix Ubered into them, and they're both just like trying to shoot at you rather than just jumping perm out.
Yeah.
And things like this, and this is how the game actually would be played if it was like high stakes or something, or any stakes.
So what would you do? Would you rather lose control points or try to fight? Like, because if you just rocket jump out, what stops the enemy team to just cap points and just do it again?
But it's no different than with Uber. With Uber, you hold further back, and then you let them come in, you force them and give them the point for the Uber. It's no different, except you can just like, you can force them early and then jump out. But we weren't doing this kind of stuff.
We didn't play as serious.
Like we were trying, like at the start we were trying to play serious, but it's just like, you can't really.
No, yeah, we
like,
tried to, but I didn't. Second one was Mome, and then third was just full around.
Because you just don't have like the structure in your team to play serious, like, because you try and do a hold, like you expect to be able to hold a point, and you know you just don't have the, at least like as a mix we didn't have the coordination. Like when you were quick fix Ubering in, at one point we were just like trying to crush you, but we had people behind and people flanking and people doing the wrong thing, and I don't know, it wouldn't happen with like a real team in like a league game or something.
There's so much weird shit all the time. Like on Badlands where you Uber or quick fix through lower left with a scout and just cap the point instantly. Like,
yeah, you can't do much there. It's only the
what
sickest
do
I
you
can
do?
Nothing. You can't. That's what I mean. It's too OP there.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea with it, but it's just healing too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's so unexpected. Like, who expects a medic to run with a scout low left and just go straight for the point?
Right? We haven't played enough games. Like, soon that could become the new meta. So everyone would always play someone on the point, like a heavy or whatever, Demolite.
But you know, when you're gonna cast this, you can't cast this game.
Why not?
Because it's gonna be so messy, because it's gonna happen so much around, you know?
We've got the hags, man.
Yeah, but now we just went like, go in and like, boom, 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 every action in the same position, you know? And later on it's gonna be more flanking, it's gonna be more action all over the fucking place.
You know, when you cast TF2, it's already like the hardest game to cast because it goes so fast already, you know? There's even without whitelist, there's something happening every 20 seconds, so you don't have time to talk about your life. So speeding the game by a factor 2 or something is not that much of
yeah, but now
it's
gonna be constantly action all the time. You have no breaks at all. You need to be on your toes every fucking way.
That's why we have you, and that's why we have tonight the best caster of the season with us.
Yeah, Sideshow, he's with us in Twitch chat.
Sideshow is not aren't you the best caster this season?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The people have voted, but
they voted for you, Admirable. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want to say, or I want to ask Amps and Captain here. You know, there was a lot of talk after last week that we had somehow forced you into using the direct hit with that bet between you guys that Button was organised. But this time we saw Captain running a lot of direct hit anyway, and Amps as well. So is the jury still out? What is the most effective rocket launcher? Is it the standard or the direct hit?
The standard is the best one for sure. I was just running the direct hit for lols at the end. Just like it's not as effective as the normal one with no splash.
Well, standard is probably better, but with the direct hit, like with the standard rocket launch, like the scouts could just basically dodge every rocket I shot at them, so I just run a direct hit because on the off chance I actually hit it direct, it would like die or at least be too weak to fight. Because with the stock was basically useless against scouts. And scouts are retardedly overpowered now.
I thought the stock was a lot better against the scouts, because it was really hard to attack them with the direct hit when they were so fast with the BFB. But the regular worked pretty well, because you could just splash them.
Well, I don't know, if they actually like dodge you, then it's pretty hard to hit them with that speed.
That's an interesting choice, so that means there is no good choice against a baby face blaster scout, and you can run two completely different unlocks to counter it. Even though it's not really a counter.
You need the beggar's bazooka, right? Just charge up 3 shots and suicide and hope you kill the scout as well. I think that would be a good trade.
I really feel like I learned almost nothing about most of the unlocks in these games, just because the babyface blaster is so overpowered. Like, there's no way it would ever be used in a real game. Like, if Valve, like, obviously if we ever did play like this in a real season or something, it would only be if like the babyface blaster was nerfed, and it just changes the game like so much. It changes everything you have to do. So I didn't really feel like I got a whole lot out of it beyond that. Just because it is so powerful, you have to the entire game becomes the scouts running around really fast, and you can't really try other stuff because the scouts are just so powerful.
So if we would pursue the experiment, would you be up to playing if we had some kind of restrictions about the most broken items, like the babyface blaster? It wouldn't be a proper whitelist, you know, like not really, like only 4 or 5 items banned, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, like if you were going to continue this experiment in any way, I feel like the only way you get anything out of it is to get rid of the babyface blaster, because it's clearly like it's beyond discussion, like completely overpowered, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. These games today and last week, it was just so much about the scouts running around with this gun.
Is it because there's 2 of them as well? Like, what if, I know we were thinking of testing the class limits and stuff, but what if there was only 1 scout? Would it be still overpowered? Yes, well, I suppose.
Probably would still be overpowered as a weapon, but if there's only 1 of them, then it's obviously not quite as chaotic, because you can actually like focus the scout a bit. But whereas this, like, you try and focus a scout, and then there's another one running around, and they're switching places. You can't keep track of them when there's 2 of them.
How did it go on the first map for Sebo with it? Because I played lots of different things on the first map, and I just got shut down by being 1 versus 2 versus the babyface blaster scouts.
I think Sebo, he got a shit ton of heals as well with the quick fix, so I guess it was super OP then. And he was just running babyface blaster with 20-30% heals.
RP, you were actually one of the people who tried to run heavy to mid and stuff.
Yeah, that worked really well at start.
That's something that people are always scared of. Oh, if you run the gloves of running urgently, you're going to have a heavy in every mid fight. Is that something to be actually worried about, or was that not really the end of the world?
When the quick fix was kind of in the game, like everyone was using it, like the first mids I was running heavy, it felt like it was working out, because I just I would kill 1 person or 2 people and just attract attention. But after that we just like kind of get quick fix, and then we got Cadus flying, we got both the soldiers flying, I would get hit by a fucking bonk or some stupid shit like that, and would just instantly get killed by everything flying into our direction. Like the quick fix just negates the heavy by having the whole team flying into his face, and it's just too much to handle at once.
For my eyes, like, mid strats went as far as about the first 3 seconds of mid, and then it was just chaos.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't plan for anything that happened. It was just, okay, go to mid, what way are we going to mid? Okay, we'll go through this way. And then before you're even in, like, Smear's flying with his parachute, or I'm jumping behind with sticky jumper, or some crazy shit's going down. And then any strategy you had just kind of goes completely out the window. I think
there's no strategy, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But, like, you... right. But, I don't know. If Gru was in, like, I can see why people are scared of Gru, because if it was in just this season, say you just add Gru, then I think Heavy would become quite viable for mid, but with all the unlocks involved, that doesn't even matter. You could run anything you want, and it doesn't matter, it's just chaos.
That's
Chaos,
exactly the point of the experiment. I'm glad you see that. So yeah, unlocks can balance other unlocks, except for the babyface blaster, maybe, as it seems.
Maybe.
But
The
that's
Scout's
only
like already the most powerful class, and then when you give it a gun that makes it even more powerful.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them. It's just, too much.
So we'll continue the discussion on teamfortress.tv. You know, post on the event thread, let us know what you thought. We'll consider what we'll do for future show matches. You know, it's going to be Christmas coming up. There probably won't be much happening until January, but there's some interesting announcements coming out. I know Hildreth has some cup or project in the works. It's going to be on teamfortress.tv. We've got season 20 coming up at the start of January or middle of January. But even before that, we're going to have Permzilla on Fully Charged Europe tomorrow to discuss Bod's ban. No, I mean to discuss season 20's divisional system, the new structure. That's going to be interesting. But beyond that, it's a little bit open. So yeah, I need you guys to, you know, bookmark teamfortress.tv, keep an eye on there. Check out etf2l.org if you're interested in European TF2. And you can play with some of these new unlocks at teamfortress2pickup.net, as I understand it. I'm not sure if that's still happening, but etf2l are thinking of adding at least a few unlocks next season. It's up for discussion. Let your voice be heard on the forums. But let me just do a quick flash poll here. You know, if Valve had a gun to your head and said, you know, you have to play with these unlocks so that we can give you awesome Valve matchmaking and support your game, would you be happy to play? Let's start with AMS. Would you play with these unlocks if it meant a brighter future for TF2?
Yeah, I would.
Hair P, are you going to be a man of principle? Or are you going to refuse?
No, I would quit. Babyface Blaster isn't fun. Like, that's the truth of it. Scout was... it's not my style, and I would just leave instantly, probably.
Alright, well, we'll do a sub-vote then, without the Babyface Blaster. I mean, unlocks in general.
Yeah, there's always some. Like, Quick Fix really kind of threw me out of my element, because my pocket roll was removed when Knutsson was flying around with the soldiers instead. So... Then it's a matter of adaptation, but if it's like something where I have to change the way I play, just due to the movement, like I don't really like things that add a movement buff and stuff like that, so it's mostly just down to that one gun.
Cadis, unlocks or no unlocks?
God, no.
Captain, Valve are going to give you $1 million if you play with unlocks.
I'll play for $1 million, but otherwise, I don't think I'll play.
Knutsson, you know, quick fix, baby.
Yeah, only add that shit and I won't. No, I don't like the other weapons, to be honest, though. I don't know. It's really fast, though, so I give credit to that, but... No, too many lame, shitty weapons, for my taste.
Come on, who's going to be the open-minded Premiership player? Is it Cadis?
Honestly, like 99% of these unlocks, I don't care. Like the Mad Milk, Jarate, Direct Hit, it means nothing to me. Like it really doesn't change much. It just gives you a couple of extra options and ways to approach things. But things like the Quick Fix and the Babyface Blaster, it's just retarded. Like it just completely changes the game, and not in like I don't think it's in a good way. Especially like I don't know, like the Babyface Blaster is a whole thing of its own because it's just overpowered straight up. Like there's no discussion to be had. And the Quick Fix, it's not overpowered in the same way because it doesn't. You know, it doesn't walk around the map killing everything. It's not quite the same, but you are forced to use it, and I don't like what it does to the game. But the rest, I don't really mind the rest.
Smira, you haven't said much. Are you still here?
I think so.
What are your feelings on the unlocks?
I don't know. Like some of them might be nice, but the Babyface's Blaster made it impossible to hit scouts.
Talash, your thoughts?
I think we should play with the Babyface Blaster. It's pretty No, it's all bullshit. Like, I probably would not continue to play if all these dumb stuff were allowed. Like, I'm already upset at Direct Hit getting one shot when I'm trying to fight a soldier. Like,
I fear that I turned this into like some sort of ultimatum. I wasn't really asking you, are you guys going to quit if there's unlocks? I'm just curious what your thoughts were, if you would sell out.
Something weird, because we keep saying the Babyface Blaster was really overpowered, but Havihul and Thalash were both saying during the game that they didn't really like using it. Like, just the way, like, Thalash, you were saying about how you like to jump and stuff, and you struggled to kind of adapt to it.
Yeah, I played with the Babyface Blaster for Badlands, and then I tried to swap to the default one on Gollywash, and I had to constantly remind myself to press space twice when I was fighting people. So, I don't know. I think it takes away a big part of Scout, and it's just not fun to play. I like just jumping around and doing cool movement stuff instead of just running super fast and not touching my space button for 30 minutes.
It just, like, does it all for you.
So the headline is that Prem players can't adapt. Highlander Master Race.
Isn't that banned in Highlander as well?
Oh yeah, it is. That's right. Depends what league you're playing in, I think. But,
no, I think it's banned everywhere.
Damn it! No salvation here for me. But yeah, that's gonna be it. It has been almost 2.5 hours. We've had 3 maps. We've even had the players in for their thoughts. And we're going to be back with Fully Charged tomorrow evening. But this has been Admirable. We've had Twiggy and then Suyooo on the camera. We've been joined by Amser P, Hui, Kiedis, Captain, Knutsson, Smira, Dalash, and a silent Zebasai for the interviews. But that's going to be your lot for tonight. There'll be maybe more show matches after Christmas. Of course, the season's starting.